Well, even though I left my phone app, my camera app running while I paired up my helmet to the phone and went back to the camera app, the previous video I had on pause is no longer pausing. So there's another video. I pulled over to turn on the camera again and hook up the headphones because we're approaching Legacy Trail. And I'll ride you along a little bit on that for a bit and then turn it off. And occasionally you will see my camera has adjusted out of level because the handlebar extension that I purchased that the phone mount is mounted to. See, I could, even though I've got it torqued down as tight as the screws will go, it is still loose. So I'm going to have to put some foam padding in the bracket there to increase the circumference of the handlebar extension. So hopefully that will give it more grip. But anyway, on the major intersections of the Legacy Trail, they have these automatic lit up crosswalks that the bicyclists can hit a button and the traffic will get a stop signal. Yeah, so that's nice. So anyway, here it is. I entered the Legacy Trail from Weber Street, which is one of the major throughways. It goes east and west. I love the Weber. There's several of roads like that that are just 2 or 3 or 4 lanes. Not as much traffic as like Bee Ridge or Fruitville or Clark, which are major arteries because of the commercial stores and retail shops along the way. But those other ones that I mentioned, Weber, Proctor, Gamble, a little less traffic because they're going through neighborhoods. So anyway, you can see here they're going to be hundreds and hundreds of bicyclists today. Being Saturday, everyone's out and about. Everyone looks like they're staring at me, probably because I have such a monstrous supply of things attached to this bike. This bike probably looks like a motorcycle. And I'm not done yet. I got some more stuff in the mail. But anyway, this trail is very flat, very straight. There's nothing too much exciting about it, especially going north. You get a lot of, we're going through people's backyards. Well, not literally, but the trail is bordering their backyards. But when you go south a little bit, it's a little more interesting because it's more set in a forest theme. You're going through wooded trees and palms, drainage ditches and swamps, beautiful waterways and that. So you will see that as I head that direction. Right now I'm going to the north end, the beginning of the Legacy Trail, which is the extension they did in 2012, I think, just to do a complete Legacy Trail adventure from start to finish. I want to see how many miles it is and just say that I did it. And I will end up at Venice Beach where I will sit and relax and have a lunch. Okay, I'm going to pause the video for now. And I'm coming up on one of those crosswalks that I mentioned before. This is Tuttle Avenue, another north-south road. Very nicely marked intersection, plenty of room for everyone to go back and forth. Okay, it's our turn. Check traffic, yep, he's stopping. I keep forgetting that I have, I bought a rear view facing camera, which is to eliminate the need for mirrors and get rid of the inaccuracy, or you get a better view. So I keep looking down at my left-hand mirror that I recently removed. So now I have a 4.3-inch color display mounted right on the handlebar extender. Along with, I had to move the bicycle's LCD display up top there also, just to keep everything at the same level. And my phone mount is also mounted there. I guess I could show you all this later, but anyway, that just raises things up a little bit, gets it more in your vision, and allows you to add some more accessories down below, which I don't need much more. Maybe a clock. It's hard to see the time on my phone. But anyway, I digress. When I get to the beginning of this trail, I'm going to have to make some more adjustments. Add some foam to some of these connections to keep them from swiveling. Anyway, here's some shade. It's a nice relief. It's only supposed to be a high of 75 today. Right now it's probably about 70, 71. Very pleasant morning. Tomorrow's supposed to be the same. And they might have some great weather. Alright, I'm gonna put you guys on pause again. Okay guys, I finally got to the north end of the trail, the beginning. Here is evidence that it used to be a railroad way. You see, I'm at, where's the sign? Oh, you can't see it. Fruitville and School Avenue. So you'd think the beginning of the trail would be more dramatic than this, but pretty plain. But I'm going to hit the road. I just spent about an hour readjusting my gear, strapping things down, so I'm very secure now, but I'm very frustrated. I don't feel like recording for a while. I just want to ride, so I'm going to ride. I'll turn you back on when something interesting happens, like that's going to happen. But anyway, you know what I mean. Alright, turn the video back on for a little bit while I cross this bridge. It's kind of cool. You can see on the left, I'll slow down a little bit. They left remnants of the old railway here in form of the bridge crossing this little creek. I think that's pretty cool that they did that. It kind of gives you that sense of history of where this trail came from. And I'm going to make sure I don't dive or jump. I was thinking about it. Okay, let's continue. Oh, I'm finally on my way. Man, I tell you, I got so ticked off at myself for not being mechanically inclined and struggling with getting all those mounts situated. So glad to be on the road again. I've passed these people like 2 or 3 times now and they're getting pissed at me. All right. So I'm still going, well, still going. I'm going to be going southbound for quite a while, but I still have not approached my entry point to the Legacy Trail. That was on Weber Street. I think this is Tuttle. So I got a long ways to go. It's about, I don't know, 13 miles one way to get to the end, which is easily done, but I keep stopping and screwing around. But my mount system here is solid now. It's super tight. I bought a yoga mat at the 5 and Under store. They let people older than that in too because they have the money. But there were lots of items there for less than $5. So I got these elbow pads. I bought a yoga mat. I bought a couple foam pads to put down on my bathroom floor for some cushion and to get off of the wet floor. And a couple throw pillows that I put on my bed. Anyway, what was it? Oh yeah, so the yoga mat I bought with the intention of cutting it up and using it for protection on the frame of the bike here. One of them to put around the chain stay. Yeah, it's called the chain stays, the arm on the right hand side of the chain that, oh god, I can't think. when you hit a big bump, the chain with the slack in the chain is going to bounce and hop around, and it makes a loud noise and will scratch up your frame. So I cut up some of that yoga mat and zip tied that around the chainstay, and then I put some more of that yoga mat around the top tube to protect the paint from when I lift my leg over to mount the bike. I cut some rectangular size pieces out of the yoga mat to put inside the front basket. It did come with a wood paneling on that basket, and it's already been all marked up and scuffed up because I had a water bottle in there that shook around so much that it left indentations. So I just wanted to put some more cushion in there for items that are a little fragile or whatever, just to avoid them bouncing around. So that yoga mat has come in handy. I used a couple pieces of that just now to put underneath the clamps of the handlebar extensions to give the clamps a better mounting surface. And I have some extra in my little supply bag, which is full of carabiners, bungee cords, zip ties, straps, cable wires. I've got a flashlight, first aid kit. I bought some hand pruners and a hand saw for those situations where I come across some vegetation that needs to be cut back. I need to be careful how often I do that and to what extent, because I don't want to get anyone pissed off at me, but I also want to support the trails and the sidewalk areas and free them from debris. But anyway, that's the plan with that. Another pair of nice scissors I bought. A couple cup holders. Anyway, I'm equipped. Alright, I'm going to pause the video and cruise on. What the heck was that, a man or a woman? Cruise on down a little way.